Hello everyone, welcome back to Outer Worlds, the Outer Worlds. I am way too tired and exhausted, just not sleepy. This may not be a very long session, or it may just get, depends on how interesting the game turns out to be. Uh, so far all that we have been doing is just exploring that new island. So, that's the new soundtrack, is it? Nah. Way too much work, way too much waiting, just getting time kind of drains everything out of me. So last time around we spoke with this bot and we were just exploring this cave when Power decided to uh, ditch us and I had to like abruptly cut the stream and just shut down everything, the log off, because I do have backup, but it's not enough to play, especially play because graphics card draws a lot of power when it's when we are gaming, and otherwise ideally I think the computer can idle without games running or without any power intensive operations for 20-ish minutes, but cannot stand more than 5 minutes I suppose while running an extensive game. And this is a relatively new game. It's just 2 years old right now, 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old, and that means that it's a decently large amount of. Okay.
Here they come!
Wait. What?
Hit!
Hold on a second. This.
Nobody messes with you, boss! That's the last of them!
Yeah, I just remembered that hunting rifle does a lot more damage than the plasma. The hunting rifle having plasma bullets as it is, it's a better option. So inventory. Since we ditched all those consumables, man, we've been like not hurting on picking up things at all. Like that was so much pain in the ass. Because if we had medic somewhere around, right, like, and we were consuming things left and right, then that would have made sense to just keep using them at the rate that we get them. I mean, movement speed is something that I would definitely love to have. But since that's not the case, it's just trash sitting in inventory, taking up space. Terraforming, huh? That's a pretty big machine, by the way, for terraforming. I don't know if in real life this would actually make sense, you know, it's a concept, that's fine, but in real life, would it be possible to just... Okay, I can't. And I am taking damage. Am I taking damage? Yeah, I'm taking damage. But in real life, I find it Hard to believe that just some sort of mechanism will actually allow us to change the surface of a planet.
Nice one.
Let's get a couple of these
Going
guys
quiet.
off the track. The big one. Kinda wanna hit him in the face. That we
Here we go.
got his
Don't mess
attention.
with Bess.
See, that's just so much better than shooting random weapons and trying to aim. Don't want that. This should be this should make it a lot more easier for my graphics card to handle. Half of the night yesterday, almost half night yesterday, I was just window shopping, looking at PC parts and dreaming of upgrades and whatnot. It's just so out of my reach. Absolutely devastates me. It just builds up so much hatred against humanity. All those fucking humans who have no limit to their greed. Wouldn't let anyone else live if they possibly could. Despise them. Just hate those guys. Because of them there is this. Those fucking miners are causing all this things which are out of reach. Mind you, like I've been fucking saving every penny that I can, right? Like restraining myself from spending anything that it's not necessary. Just so that I could get my upgrades in the future, you know? Acting smart and all that stuff. And then these just obnoxious pieces of useless life forms just show up.
Hey, outlaw. You didn't have to shoot me down if you want an autograph.
Shut up now and you might get out of this alive. Can we hurry this up? I want that ship gutted before the primals find us.
Come on. There you go. No! Get.
Everybody's hurt. Can we do that again?
Just lost his head because I shot him in his head, huh? Nice touch. Only gripe that I have with this game is he's empty, so remove the goddamn highlight from the. So it works on the bodies, but it doesn't work on the containers, and then it doesn't show all the bodies, locations of the bodies, right? Like if you don't remember who died, then you just like good luck finding them for yourself. Should have been a marker or some sort of means to just spot. Spot loot. You know what I mean. So far in terms of difficulty, I think could have done with a little bit more difficult game, because the rate at which we are consuming Adreno is just laughing stock. Right, we don't need healing as much. That's kind of, well, partly my gameplay style as well, where I try not to buff or use any consumables as much as possible. That's where I kind of Witcher 3 triggers me, because you have to use all these oils and whatnot, things on your blades, and
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat. The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she? I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense. Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle. Not a damned one. I'm a free man. There isn't a corporate snake that can hold down the inimitable Captain Irion.
Felix will like you.
Well, I've got some repairs to do. Thankfully, I'm as skilled a mechanic as I am a violence resolution expert. Then, to the Groundbreaker. Better late than never, I say. Unless you're very late, then you might consider defaulting and skipping station. Those fees will bankrupt you.
That your ship? Kind of wonder what these fins are for. Even our ship has those, a few, right? By the way, we're done with this. The rest of the planet is kind of empty. Maybe there are more regions to it we don't know about. I think we have been here. To be honest, all the wreckage is almost similar. Yeah, but that's the dead guy, so we've been here. Well then, in that case, let's go back. Search it and get going. Because I'm pretty sure I don't need any of the things that I picked up. What have we got, by the way? It's level 10, level 9, level 16, but nobody uses that. Oh, that might be something, but why didn't I give it to her already? Isn't it a level 12? She doesn't do much damage, right? With her. Oh, well. Everything over here is just trash. Yeah, so just better off selling all these things. Where was the store again? There.
Good, you're back. Not that I missed you. I assure you, I am not capable of such emotional capacity.
It's just mods that we have, right? Like, let's dump those mods in there.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
Maybe. Maybe. I was think like that to be a CPU case for some reason. Although it would be a terrible one because of zero airflow. Right, so we're tired. Let's take a nap and then move on.
Captain Hawthorne used to be more dashing.
We've got okay. Let me just do that quickly. Black market much merchants in the Groundbreaker. Fair enough. So that's from the weapons from the Void side quest. Tree, rented missile fallback and Monarch. Have we not been to Monarch ever? No, right? There's just one quest over there. Hmm. Let's go.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Let's take Ali. See what the ladies have got to say about each other.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
Looks pretty much like Groundbreaker. Docking bay. In it. In it.
How'd you do that so fast?
Oh my god. That's level 18. Dearest pain in the ass. Wonder if you can just jump down there.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Whatever you've done to that pig.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Dimethyl sulfoxide. Wonder if that's even a thing or not. I don't remember enough science. Maybe someone who's weaving and from 12th standard might be able to elaborate on that. Sulfur oxide. Will that even work with dimethyl? CH2, right? 2 CH2. So he's been doing experiments on pigs to revive us. Why? Wow, that's
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
interesting to know that you've got different terminals for.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Definitely.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout. Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals. Of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular. What's on your mind?
Okay. No options to talk or anything as such, I see. Those two things I don't want, but
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
it's a very wrong time for this.
Max. Maximilian. Vicar. Vicky.
What?
Shoot, I forgot. It'll come to me. Hey there.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast! Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain.
Fair enough.
I'll be here.
I'm just going to go and grab a little bit of experience. Ellie and her. Yep.
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people unloading a ship.
Probably another sublight contract haul. Could be drugs, could be bootleg Aetherwave cartridges.
And they're just transferring cargo out where everyone can see?
Legal or not, somehow the company always has its paperwork in order.
Think that's a good one. Oh, 1527, right? So helmet. It's not bad for light armor. And cheap as well. Now, there were a couple of things that we needed to do over here, right? If I remember. First thing I want to do is take Parvati to the canteen.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner?
Employee morale is at an all-time high due to the
Just
overwhelming popularity of Chairman Rockwell's
Hey, Stark.
infrastructure rollback initiative.
Long time no see, buddy. How are you?
Deceptions and lies. Don't believe the board. Monarch.
Just talk. Can we not sit or something anywhere?
Thrives.
Nope.
Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper.
Oh wow, so you got an offer elsewhere already? 24th Feb, not too far away, huh?
Oh, beer. I guess, yeah, I can do that. Beer can be good. I bet. Bottoms up.
Think of it like a fizzy tea that's gone a little off.
Ah, this tastes like the underside of a boot. People drink that for fun? Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing?
Okay. Is it a serious surgery?
Yeah. I guess we are that, huh? Friends. Friends give each other counsel, right? What do you think I should do about Junlei? Because I feel about as aimless as an automech with a busted nav chip.
I'd give you my advice, but if I'm being honest, you're probably better off following whatever the captain has to say.
Really? That's not...
Well, Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
Glaucoma eye operation? Okay. Well, good luck for that. I have little idea about what that is.
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve. Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come.
Aw, this was just about to get fun.
Shush you. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time.
No man, I've been as miserable as I ever have been.
I'm so scared.
I did a few applications, but I'm not being like very serious or anything about it. I mean, I should be, honestly, but you know me better than, just something. Sometimes it bugs me, sometimes I go do some things, and sometimes I just get lost in work and forget about everything else. Sometimes I just want to play games and forget the entire reality that is around me.
Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
Oh, so you do have... Okay, fine, I'm here just for the booze.
There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not? What do you mean, Captain? So I should just be myself? You sound like my dad.
Damn.
It's sweet. Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain.
Some leaves, I don't know, man. I've been on leave for more than 4 weeks. Like, I got COVID and whatnot in between and stuff like that. Well, her name is Parvati, and the way they pronounce it, they butcher it like Parvati.
I suppose so, but I want to be my best self for her. A good person, worth caring for. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... Wow. So much to think about. Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should?
Yes, you should. does the boost tell you?
Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
This was fun. We should do it again after you send that message.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
But I tell you, like, the Wasteland 3 has spoiled me so much. Like, this, the whole thing just looks, average to me. Like, if this was Wasteland 3, there would have been some out of world, like, unbelievable, what the fuck kind of, conversation and things would have gone just in so many wrong ways, You should give that game a try, man. Right.
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill. It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay.
I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually take care of the mess myself.
It'd be nice to have you in here patching people up, not just blowing them apart.
I respect what you're doing here, but I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me.
Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here. Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, wow, already? Like, I don't even have to tell her that? Oh, there it is. Back, huh? She needed the bot for surgeries because there aren't enough skilled humans. Should really try Wasteland. See a couple of highlights that I've got for it, You will just know what I mean. There's one about Candle, Sin City, something like that. There is a Sparrow bot Sparrow conversation.
This is Halcyon News.
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly. Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
Oh, and a level up. My level up scheme has been disastrous, so this game I've just been going blind. Like I'm going the opposite of me usually is, right? Like I usually just plan it all out, sort it all out, have these fucking, spreadsheets with everything written over there, so because I can't remember things, and make sure that all the things are covered. This time around, I'm just blind. Like I just went in, like, put 5 points over here, distribute rest of the 5 points all over the place. I really did not know about the game mechanics and anything as such. I just decided to be blind with all these things. Now, whatever is higher for us, let's make sure we had more points to that than like 3 points over here. This is also important, to be honest. Let's do here. do here? 3, 3. Suddenly everybody likes us, huh? Character, reputation, 88%. Deserters like us. Oh, really? Space's choices like absolute friend. Auntie's Glee is also a bit.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbrel? The pirate ship?
CNP burst pockets can be macro-hid in 2.5 seconds. Burst pockets.
I didn't check upstairs over here before.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular advertisers for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers.
Don't make any smart moves.
Hey.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway? You don't hurry up. Someone will get to snooping around there before you do. What's that? Speak up now. What'd you turn up? Well, that's just swell, sweetheart. Good for you. A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal. If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught. Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of bits around here.
Yeah.
Darnation. It sounded like a gold mine, But maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss June Lay. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
So that's what that smell is.
Sometimes the hairs poke out between the seams, but I don't mind. That's what the law gave us matches for. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Isn't she supposed to give us... Why are there like hostiles right over here? Records, you say? Well, there is... Unless it's in this case and it's legal.
Oh, careful. What do you think you're doing?
Nah, it's not legal.
You're free to go.
Yeah, they don't like me picking up lock.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
Hey, hold on a sec.
Anytime, sweetheart.
I really don't have
You
to
know where to
lose. I don't need to lose reputation with those guys. That's why there is quick save, right? Yeah, never mind.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late.
10,000 bits.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Nope.
I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Right. If she has any high level, it's level 10, 17. Okay. Not really. Oh, that's a good one, like dodge distance. $2,680. Wow, that is definitely expensive. So that was the thing that we needed to buy.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Long as there's paying work, you can count me in.
Lost hope, don't know how the repair crawled out of the back base without us noticing, locked himself into the repair bay of docking slip. From last docking slip 13. Anyways, what have we got?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up. Glass ear? Sorry, there's a lot of static on my end. Huh. Now that I heard. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
I'm gonna go and pay her a visit.
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
And we don't have that, do we?
This is Halcyon News.
Didn't the board rep's office used to be in the docking base? Yeah, about 10 years back.
Where was these guys?
This was mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Where the hell is that? That's definitely not the way. It's somewhere through here, but how?
Berry Crunch, Sugar Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Part, so do I get there? It's a bummer.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Fudge, a soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored scent.
This is Halcyon. We interrupt your regularly scheduled time for the following story. Softball finals are scheduled to air.
No, I'm trying to steal here. Close the goddamn doors. Come on.
Both teams are testing negative for performance enhancing.
Yeah, like that.
Your only source for news in the Halcyon Commons.
Really?
CNP Burst Pockets can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Burst Pockets.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable? Money. We got it. The Steve Doors want it. I'll take that as a yes. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Hey, Doc Fenhill. Glad to see you ain't moved on from Groundbreaker yet.
Hey, Tobias. How's the leg?
Good as you left it, ma'am. Still bends and everything. A bullet went through it, most of the way. The other guy thought his ship was perfectly operational. I told him it was salvage. We disagreed. I won.
Workplace hazards, Captain. Pretty routine around here.
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Not a word. Pity. My guy in marketing is about to lose his other thumb. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
Wouldn't be much fun without one.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
Great.
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
But it can be a lot of fun, if you don't mind the possibility of rewiring your body on an atomic level.
You and I have different notions of fun, Dr. Fenhill. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Yeah, don't worry.
Few laws and even fewer people to enforce them. If you're working for the right side, it's a fucking paradise. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
There's no way to get to that place somehow. How's that?
We're not gonna have to hurt nobody, are we?
Don't worry.
CNP pancake mix. Now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix
The news pattern.
it. Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Out to the ring.
Apart from that side, but should be a.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products. Military service does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, participation medal, training, or weapon.
Do I need a double jump or something like that to get there?
This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no I in news, no we in Halcyon, and no Mercury in Saltuna.
I'd say anything here falls under the salvage protocols of finders keepers.
Watch out!
That's the last of them.
They detected me even before I entered the room. That's not fair. Oh well. Not that it went really bad. Oh.
Gosh, ain't that handsome.
Invited the hammer into my bed jam. What are you? Looking for some fisting? I don't think Parvati is such a good in terms of. That's such a low level thing, right? I forgot to use the gun.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos. Oh, you just shh. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises. Yeah. In my defense, it's not like June was all too clear about what she was trying to say. She still ain't. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
I'm not really sure if it's anything special about this. At least the gun can shrink people down, right? Don't know about this, but I'll give it a try.
I so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way you drool and whimper.
That's 3 mods, that's 3 mods, don't care about those. Wasn't that some vending machine had like really good stuff? Who cares? Anyways, Show me where all the quests are.
Message from Dr. Wells. He'd like to congratulate you on finding a route to Monarch.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. Oh, I've tried. I haven't been able to get through to him at all. Silence from the system's own information broker? Not a good sign. Hiram's peculiar silence leaves us with no other options. You'll have to meet him in person. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
33,600 XP just for that.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Captain, an unusual wavelength is coming through Monarch's aether wave frequencies.
The Eternal is in us all. The OSI would have you believe that your place in society, indeed in the universe, is preordained. A man who works in the mines of Hephaestus, coating his lungs in mercury dust for not but a few bits a night. This fate is set in stone? When he dies young, coughing up black blood, his part in the grand plan? No, I say. Greatness is in everyone. Not just those so fortunate as to have been born into prosperity.
That was unexpected and odd. Considering the origins of the transmission, I imagine you may have such an opportunity when we visit Monarch, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? I wish I was your second derivative, so I could investigate your concavities.
Wait, what?
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice.
Oh my god, no.
Spacer's Choice.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
What quests do we have over here? Which means I'll need to take Vicar with me. So let's keep Pavati back and Vicar with us. Vicar Maximus Dicus. Steel.
Okay.
Really? Should have been an option to sheath weapon, you know. It's like it's first person and there is hammer on 1/3 of my screen. What am I supposed to look at?
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic, us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Aww. Don't be like that. I never get to do this part. Please. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are Sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly. Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next Sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my posters have been passed around by more than a few people by now. Thanks a bunch! Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Oh, since we just landed directly inside town, that's why it's all about stealing, huh? Nobody's watching us here. Nobody. Hard for sure. What's that? It's a heavy weapon. I'm supposed to give it to Felix, maybe? What's Vicar holding, by the way? Oh, good. Alright, shotgun. Yeah, he wants shotgun. think you'll like this. This is level 19. Though it's all pink. Should have been for a girl, I guess. They would love pink. But it's okay. And by those standards, what am I wearing? 12, 19, and 17, 27. And you have, in terms of medium, 16, 26, 12, 19. It is an upgrade, I guess. Hack plus 7. Not really a fan of hack, I guess. That's the light one with stealth skills. Yeah. Do you sell armor? Does. It doesn't go beyond certain. Faces suck, yes. So does Cleo now. Let's see.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you? Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well, well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head. More than you have, I suspect. I plan to sit here and drink until I find myself awoken sober. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
As if buying her a drink wasn't enough.
Wrapped Musk and Canid Eyes, right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts? Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
$569. Wow, that's a bit expensive. Sorry, bro.
Sir, please, I need your help. I can pay. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful. Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy? He's been pining for an adventure, says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A Raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
She's already convinced that someone has done something terrible to her.
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a Manta Queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
Wow, what kind of a mother you are.
Southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with them nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe Marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
Hey.
Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far, I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouth.
I am pretty sure, madam, that he ran away from you.
It's immoral.
I can take a hint.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you? All sales are final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Right, you seem to have a lot of things, good things for me.
killed! I think I'm gonna be sick. I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower. What a gruesome way to die.
Not much I can do for this guy.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it. You know, I haven't seen him in a while. If you got him stuck in an hour-long roundabout mostly colonist, you'd be thankful.
He's dead, won't be bothering you. Mister, would you be so kind to leave these apartments so that I can take those cartridges? There's nothing wrong with your sink anyways. Ma'am? Mister? Whatever it is. Up.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. A
just about pissed my jumpsuit. Get a grip, he says. As if I haven't survived this place for 10 years. This town is enough to try anyone's nerves. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
That's what she said.
There's truly no end to my suffering. Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with Sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goo, what then?
That's also a possibility.
Nothing. That's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me.
Not with that attitude.
Even talking about it has my blood pressure up. I've really gotta stop. Lucky you.
Even that is locked, so what is exactly open over here? Sure, there's nobody over here?
Emma's capable of running the warehouse. She can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brack's missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps, too.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
I don't know how you'll have to pry that cigarette from my sweet little.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra? Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail? Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry. I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
But until then, it's lots of fun.
Episodic pharmacological delirium is no laughing matter, young lady. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations. It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie. Chin up, dearie.
It's not like I can hack into this thing and oh, 55.
quiet.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H. Mannix. Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you? Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Sorry, I've got to get back to the warehouse.
Defense skill plus 10 is a big number, right? Onside melee, that's a very valuable fight.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Well, if you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing. Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind? Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Alright. Got something at least.
New face, huh? You from Offworld? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell and revel with us? Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking. It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay. Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least. Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how she likes it when Sanjar finds out she gave Sublight even more dominion in Stellar Bay.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
Gotta hand it to you, Max. You make my old med school lectures seem interesting.
Okay.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Nandi ka Nandi. Nandi. else over here?
I'll keep it down.
Ah.
What's that smell coming out of Celia's apartment?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh? Jumpy? Who's Jumpy? I'm not Jumpy. Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Dilated pupils, anxious posture, muscle spasms. She's high on some quality stuff.
No! Okay, maybe, just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know? Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
We're in agreement that this Braxton is probably dead, right?
That's the way to exit.
No one saw me trip over that, right?
Here to catch a game? I'm afraid the transmission's still pretty bad. What can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Look, Ma, I'm all leveled up and I don't know where to invest my points anymore. Although I don't think I'll ever need to fast travel again with over encumbered.
Oh, it does work.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley.
But I looted it a few minutes
They're
ago.
already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business. Incoming!
Haha! Look at this guy!
That armor! This is bad!
Don't want to mess with Sublighty either, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, everyone over here is dead. Nobody knows who killed them, right?
Smells like wrapped in here.
Oh, it does work.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
Hey! What are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business. I don't think so. You're a loose end now.
Someone's
Fair
coming.
Try something stronger!
Oh, have mercy! Don't hurt me!
That's the last of them.
Never mind. What's up, Nandi?
New business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
You have a meeting with me.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain.
Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself? What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Alcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna. Oh, shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg-aged whiskey for an occasion like this.
I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but
it seems we're back to the drawing board. Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. We've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Exactly what I would have said, if I'd been paying attention.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
What?
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a sisty sandwich.
What a charmingly roguish turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks at your confidence and assure you that my plan is indeed sufficiently complicated.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush. An ordinance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
Of course he wants to fight bureaucracy with paperwork. I should have known.
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in, these days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Saying what which way? That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you? But that's terrible. What happened? But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters. Always a shame when tempers get the better of good sense. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services. I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago. Not at all.
Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or a mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
God damn it. Has continued to improve since relaxing besides all restrictions on making allowances for employee benefits such as time off for illness, personal leave, restrictions in shift length, 52 more positive feedback. 15% this year, showing a continuing but slowing growth trend. Decreased gains compared to previous years are likely due to the deterioration of materials and morale. The board remains a long-term goal, but same level. 11. That's just sad, isn't it?
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for raps keeps us on our toes.
That's a level 11 armor you're wearing, so definitely not the best.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies. Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball?
That was wrong. I don't think she will agree to it right now unless we do her job, and in order to do her job, we need to get the workers back, right?
Bet they also pay to make it stink less.
I believe that's the case.
Supposedly,
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts. Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work. Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much. Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire Sublight contractors at this rate. For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life. Fine by me. This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grim his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. I don't have time for Grim, even when I'm not working doubles. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Yeah, I thought so.
Fine by me.
There's plenty to do around in this. In this place, and I want to call it off for the time being, I guess. There's a couple of things in the city. It's kind of interlocked. May have to change my crew to steal from wherever that chest is, right? Like I can tell him that this chest is missing and then he'll have to come back for his money. It's 55 or something like that. I really don't. Why do I not have? I think it's 44. Somebody's for sure gonna give us some bonus over there, so we'll look into that. Convince him and stuff like that, but that's gonna be for, I think, next time. It's late. It's not too late, but I'm just way too tired right now. It's been a long day, a lot of work. So I'm going to call it off and I'll see you next time. Thank you for hanging around. Bye bye and take care.